Greetings! It's Maxo Diddly. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can play a GIF while your Unity WebGL game is loading. Let's get right into it. So this tutorial is a direct follow-up of my how to make a Unity WebGL template tutorial. There'll be an eye up in the corner and a link in the description below if you want to check it out. All I've done is make a custom Unity WebGL template that uses the default Unity WebGL template. So if you want to follow along using a slightly different template, you can. However, you can also get the exact template set up if you want to. With all of that, the first step is going to be to go to your WebGL template in the assets folder, and then you want to add a GIF into the template. There'll be a link in the description below to a GIF. You can use it to follow along with the video, or you can use your own. So I'm going to drag and drop a GIF from my Windows File Explorer into the folder. And after that, the next step is we need to edit the index.html file. So find it in this folder, right click, and then go to Show in Explorer. And now you'll see where the index.html file is in the File Explorer. Then you want to right click on it, and then open with, and then pick text editing software. You can use Visual Studio, you can use Notepad. I like to use Notepad++, so I'll use that, but you can use whatever you want. And this is the template we've got. And we're going to make a few changes. So the first change we're going to make is, there'll be a line called Canvas, ID, Unity Canvas, and then a bunch of other text. I want you to drag the entire line to select it all, and then press the backspace or delete key. We are going to be changing this, so we can delete it for now. The completed new index.html file will be in the description below if you just want to copy and paste it. And underneath the body, which is this line here, so body style equals text align, center, padding 0, border 0, margin 0, we're going to do the following new code. And the first thing is, a div is a generic invisible HTML container used to group, position and layout other elements on a web page. The first div we have is going to be called Unity Container, and position relative creates a positioning context, so child elements using position absolute are positioned relative to the container as opposed to the whole page. And then we have width and height, placeholder variables, and basically when Unity builds the WebGL game, it's going to pass in the width and the height of the canvas of the WebGL game into here, as this div we're making here is a frame of the game. It's going to create an exact rectangle that represents the Unity game, and then everything else we make is going to be aligned inside this invisible box. And this means we can always center our GIF relative to where our WebGL game is on the web page. And now we're going to do our loading GIF overlay layer. So we're going to do div ID loading GIF. Position is going to be absolute, so it's always going to be relative to the Unity container we made up here. Then we're going to do inset 0. And this makes the overlay we're making here the exact same size as the container we made up here. Then we do zindex 9999, and this ensures it's always above the canvas and our WebGL game. Pointer events none means mouse and touch inputs can pass through what we're making here into Unity. Then display flex, align item center, and justify content center are all used to make sure the GIF we display is centered relative to the WebGL game. So now we're going to move on to actually displaying the GIF. Where it has quagsire.gif here, you need to make sure this is the name of your GIF that's in your Unity WebGL template. It needs to be a file path, so if you've got a subfolder in your template, you also need to include that in the name here. And alt loading is accessibility text if the image fails to load. So if the image doesn't load, the user is going to see some text saying loading, so they know what's going on. Then we're going to do width 500px, which gives a consistent size on desktop, max width 90%, which prevents the GIF from overflowing on small screens, and height auto preserves the image's aspect ratio. You can customize this to change how the GIF scales and is positioned, but I'm going to keep it at that. And now we're going to go to the Unity canvas itself, which we had before, but we're replacing it because it makes it a bit more presentable and easier to read. So we're calling it Unity canvas. We're going to be passing in the width and the height And this is done when Unity builds the WebGL game, like we did up here with our container. Tab index -1 prevents accidental keyboard focus issues. And then the style width and height here sets the display size to match the render size. And background color, this is passed in by Unity when it builds the game. And that's most of the changes you're going to have to make. There's just another couple of changes you're going to need to make later on in the script section. So let's go to that. So you're going to notice a function called create Unity instance. And this returns a promise. And what we can do is we can attach a promise callback. And this promise callback is going to be how we hide the GIF. So you want to go to the semicolon after the function and delete it. And instead, I want you to do the following code. .then documents.getElement loading gif.style.display equals none. By setting the display style of the GIF that we made up here to none, we hide it. And this is going to be called when the Unity game has finished loading, as that's when the callback on the promise will get called. Also, on a line underneath this statement, I want you to do a curly bracket, and then semicolon. And that's all you need to do. However, if your Unity game is small, or you're local hosting it to just test this out, you might notice the GIF doesn't actually play for very long, and that might make it hard to test it out. So there is one more thing you can do. This is an optional step, but this will ensure the GIF plays for a few seconds before the game then loads. So on the line above the create Unity instance, I want you to do set timeout, then these characters after. And underneath that semicolon you just did, I want you to make a new line. And then paste in the following. A curly bracket and then 5000. So what's going on here? Well, basically, we are calling a wait function, and it's going to wait for 5 seconds before we then start to load the Unity instance. And this gives our GIF a chance to play for 5 seconds before we load the game. This is an optional step, you don't need to do it, but for the purposes of this tutorial, we are going to include it so we can see the GIF play. And with all of that, you can now save your work and close Notepad or whatever software you're using. Now go back into Unity and build your game. So go to File, then go to Build Settings. Make sure in your player settings that you're using the right WebGL template, which will be in Resolution and Presentation. So make sure the WebGL template that you've just modified is the one selected. And then you can click Build. So navigate to a folder you want the build to go in, click on Select Folder, and then build your game. Wow, that was quick. And there's a few ways you could test this out. However, if you've got Python on your computer, you can hold Shift and right click when in this folder, then go to Open PowerShell window here, then type pym http.server, then press enter. And in your browser, you can type localhost 8000 in the URL bar and press enter. And look, our GIF is being displayed in the middle of our Unity WebGL game, and then once the game is loaded, it goes away. And that's it for this tutorial. Be sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching.